In the world of funnel hackers and everyone funnel hacking everybody else's funnels and click funnels, you can't have the same funnel as everybody else and expect to go out there and do very well. It's not how the game works. Hey guys, Sabri Suby here, and in today's video, I'm gonna be doing something a little bit different. I put a call out onto Instagram for people that want me to review their funnels and their ads and their offers for them, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So I am gonna be ripping through Diogo Estima's funnel. He has sent me through his funnel for Instagram Secrets 2.0. So let's dive straight on in. So as we arrive on your landing page, Diogo, the first thing that we're obviously going to be looking at is your headline, how to grow your first 100K followers and turn your Instagram into a money-making machine. So I'm going to assume that you are going to be running most of your traffic to this landing page from Facebook. There's a bunch of compliance issues that you need to look at that I'll also dive into when we're reviewing your funnel. But the first thing that we really need to address before we even dive into the headline is just the overall aesthetics to the page. And how that's going to impact consumption. So you've got Instagram Secrets 2.0 in the top left-hand side of the page. Then you've got warning, due to high demand, we cannot guarantee the special price of $9 after September 9th, 2021. Sign up today, otherwise you will have to purchase at the normal price of $97. Then you've got join now, affiliates, contact, login, need help with your contact details on the top right-hand side. And you've got this little bar moving, get instant access now, just $9, unlock the most powerful growth system on Instagram. Now, the first thing that you need to understand is that you really need to look at this from a consumption standpoint. And what I mean by that is the number one thing that you need to be optimizing for is consumption of the information, because if people aren't consuming it, it doesn't matter how compelling it is, it's not going to drive that person to taking the step that you want. So straight out the gate, I can see that you're trying to sell me something because the price is everywhere, it's join the program and whatnot. However, it is a very long form landing page. And when you're having an entry offer like a $9 low ticket entry point, you really don't want to come straight out the gate and just have all this stuff going on and trying to just tell them, hey, it's $9, it's $9, it's $9. Whether it's $9 or it's $97, you are going to have to work as hard. Right? And the thing with that is that you're gonna have to get somebody to consume the overall message. Therefore, the way that you do that is by making the whole page of value and of information, regardless about just trying to make an offer straight out the gate. So what I would do is I would be removing, you know, due to high demand and all of that for this kind of thing. It's not a physical product, it's a digital course that you're selling, right? So remove that, then remove all the join now, affiliates, contact, login, all of those things, just center justify your logo. And then you've got this background image of like obviously an aspirational like shack in the Maldives or something like that there. And there's just a lot going on, right? There's so many different moving parts. There's all these different font weights and sizes and typography. And I don't really know where my eye is to kind of focus on that. In saying that, at least the headline does pop off the page. So if we scroll further down the page, you know, I'm gonna have a look at the whole page and then we're gonna scroll up and I'm gonna kind of give you some tips of how to tune this puppy up. Then you've got join now before the price goes up, 29 minutes, the price is going up. This is a very sophisticated market that you're talking to. Like that's not going to work, right? It's a digital product, the price is not going up in 29 minutes. And if you're sending cold traffic to this page, and not only is, you know, countdown timers aren't compliant on Facebook, so you can't run those. And I just think that you're gonna discredit yourself a lot by doing that. Then what is the Instagram Secret 2.0? So you're getting straight in to what it is that you're selling in your first panel of copy. No, right? You need to warm up, there needs to be romance. Again, you're pushing for consumption. You're not pushing to sell someone straight out the gate. You need to get them to buy in and start reading your actual sales letter. Then again, lots of stuff going on here. You've got emojis, there's different color font sizes, there's screenshots, There's so much going on, and I'm not adverse to doing screenshots. Like, you need lots of mountains of proof, but there's certainly a way to kind of go about it. Then you've got students, 3,000, 50, 1 million, 30,000 likes. Don't just take our word for it. Listen to what students have to say about the Instagram secret program. So you're assuming on this that I guess that I have watched your 7-minute VSL that's at the top. Don't assume that. If you look at the play rate statistics, like less than half of people are gonna be watching that video, if you are lucky. So you can't just go straight into the middle of the pitch. You've gotta work up. You've gotta get me reading the copy to begin with. And the whole page is just like kind of a typical ClickFunnels template that everybody does, jam-packed with lots of proof, lots of images on here. You've got the right-hand column, you've got the left bar column, and realistically, it doesn't matter how good your sales copy is. I am never gonna read it when it's just like this explosion of graphics and copy and font sizes and everything that's going on, right? So you need to streamline that. You can't have that same background image that you've got. There's just so many distractions. It looks like you've done a good job in terms of your kind of origin story and the photos there and the shocking grabbing picture of you of I hit rock bottom. I don't doubt that the actual copy behind it might be half decent, but I'm never gonna consume it because there's just way too much of it and there's just way too much going on for my eye to focus on what it is that we're really looking at. So again, and also you've done something where you don't have the scroll bar on the page. I don't know if that's intentional, if you think that's good because people are not gonna be able to see how far they have to scroll. It's annoying, right? It doesn't provide for a great user experience, and I believe that it would be killing your conversions. Or you do have it actually, it's just blend in with the background. All right, so we'll scroll up here. Then if we also take your page and we put it into some predictive heat mapping software, we'll be able to see like where the attention graph goes, right? And where people's eyes are locked to, and what part of it on your page is it that is really commanding most of the attention. Predictive heat mapping software, it's not 100% accurate, but they do have lots, like billions of page views that they've looked at and analyzed to kind of make the decisions that they're suggesting on here. So let's take a look. Okay, so the first thing that you can see here is that most of the attention is kind of on your face and also on the how it works. And then secondary is on your headline. So ultimately we do want most of the concentration and attention to be focused on your headline, because once you've written your headline, that is 80 cents on the dollar. Then if we look across to the perception map, this is a little bit better. So it does start at the start of your headline, which is fine. And then if you go down further down the page, you can't see it on this because it's just analyzing above the fold, but it will basically be all of the attention dispersed on all these different things, and because there's no central line of focus of what it is that you're trying to get the user to look at. And I can't stress how important this is, right? So it's much better to have a very, very clean looking page that is very easy for your prospects to consume the content than having a really, really busy page, even if you've got a great offer and great sales copy on it, because no one's gonna read it, right? And that's the number one rule is shooting for consumption. So that's a kind of from a design element. And then you also need to understand that, the market that you operate in, growing in an Instagram account, I get probably 50 DMs a day from people saying that they can help me grow my Instagram account and make hundreds of thousands of dollars for it. Sending me videos to landing pages and VSLs and all stuff like that, all using ClickFunnels templates. And immediately, as soon as I click on those pages, you just turn off and bounce immediately, because it's the same page that I've seen thousands of times, right? So you also have to be aware of what other people are doing in your market, even from a design standpoint, and make sure that you're doing something completely different. So when they arrive on that page, they're like, okay, this is new and unique and exciting, and it's something like nothing like I've ever seen before, right? Because that's what people are trying to do. They're trying to put you into a bucket and say that this doesn't apply to me, or it's not worthy of my attention. And I will just continue to keep on on going and doing what I need to do to continue the rest of my day. And then they're out and you've lost them, right? So that's the thing to be aware of. In the world of funnel hackers and everyone funnel hacking everybody else's funnels and click funnels, you can't have the same funnel as everybody else and expect to go out there and do very well. It's not how the game works. Okay, that stuff aside, let's dive into your messaging. How to grow your first 100K followers and turn your Instagram into a money-making machine. Overall, not a horrible headline. I think that you could make it a little bit more specific. How long will it take me to get 100 followers? How is this different from everybody else that's also promised me to grow my Instagram account by 100,000 followers, right? So they're the things that you need to, again, understand the level of sophistication of your market, how jaded people are, how many offers that they come across every single day with people making that same promise. So the thing that you really need to make sure that you clarify in your headline is that this is new and unique and different from anything that they've ever seen or heard about before. And that doesn't come across in the headline, right? So even if you had like a new way to grow your Instagram account by 100,000 followers in the next 63 days, and then instead of saying turning your Instagram account into a money-making machine, which again isn't a claim that you could make on Facebook, is trying to think about how can you even make that more specific for them? So what type of clients do you work with? Is it mainly e-com? Is it lead generation? Is it course creators? And then think about what are the actual specifics that they want, right? Is it something where they're gonna be driving lots of sales, or is it leads? And how do you make that claim more specific? And a great way to kind of get around making claims like this is just to talk about it from the first person. So you can't say how to grow your Instagram account by 100,000 followers and turn it into a money-making machine, because that's a claim that is unverifiable. You can't back up that claim with anything. But what you could say is how I, went from 0 followers to 122,000. Again, get more specific. 100K just doesn't sound real. 122,000 followers in 90 days and generated $264,000 in revenue. You can say that because it's about yourself. When you're making claims to other people, that's when you have to be very, very careful about the claims that you make on most of these ad platforms. So that's the first thing that I would look at. Now, let's take a quick look at your VSL that you've got here.
Hey, my name is Diogo and you probably know me from my page, Millionaire Process, and today I will show you how you can grow your first 100,000 followers and turn your Instagram into a money-making machine. Because the thing is, most people think that to grow a following and make money with Instagram, they need to be beautiful, they need to have their own product, and they need previous experience. And that's simply not the truth. And since you guys send me so many messages like this and like this, right now I will show you how. But first, let me tell you what I do. I'm an Instagram influencer, an engineer, and in the past year I've worked with the biggest influencers and brands all around the world. Today I have a network over 1 million followers and I'm grateful that I live the life of my dreams. But it wasn't always like that.
All right, so first of all, love your energy. You come across well, clear, well-spoken, and already we're only 43 seconds into the VSL and I've uncovered some gold that you're not using, right? So first of all, you're saying that you've got a million followers on Instagram. That's a lot more compelling than 100,000. And also that you're an engineer. That's a very unique angle, right? So I think that you could really play on that of how you're an engineer and you uncovered this secret method to exploding Instagram followers. And then you've also got some proof. You said that you've worked with big celebrities and whatnot. So, I don't know what arrangement that you have with them, if you can leverage and use their names, but that is already a much more powerful and specific hook than just having how to grow your first 100K followers on Instagram. Yes, it's not as achievable, but it's a huge, big aspirational number. Saying that, you're an engineer and you've discovered this weird little hack to do it. There's more intrigue in there that's gonna lead to more consumption. That's helping celebrities and everyday people explode their Instagram following in the next 30 days, in the next 60 days, 90 days, whatever the specificity is, add that in there to make it even more real and also more tangible.
that. My crazy story started 3 years ago when I hit rock bottom, okay? I was a broke student, my girlfriend just broke up with me, I had an accident, and I will never forget the moment when I woke up on a hospital bed and I really thought that I was going to die. That was the moment that everything changed, and I decided to take all that negative shit that happened to me into something positive, okay? So I searched for ways that could give me freedom and money. And that's when I found that building a following is the easiest and fastest way to make money online, from anywhere in the world. With the following, you will be able to make money from home. With the following, you will be able to make money while you sleep, because you only live once.
Yep, so I get it. The overall pitch is strong. It's a good value proposition. However, also think about all the other available options that people have to make money online, right? Whether it's crypto, drop shipping, e-com, consulting, whatever it might be, you've also got to cast stones at those other alternatives. And this would be a great opportunity to kind of do that. So realistically, I think the things that are going to give you the biggest bumps and the biggest performance upswings in your overall funnel is just changing up the headline to do something more along the lines of what I've just told you. Remove all of that navigation above the fold. Remove the warning due to all high demand and all of that kind of stuff. And just clean up the overall look and like the overall look of the page. Now, another thing that I would recommend trying is getting rid of the actual price and the CTA above the fold, and I would have it as a button delay pop. So if your VSL is a lot easier to consume than the rest of your page, and I believe that if you just did this alone, you'd probably get a 30 to 40% uplift in conversion rate. Is you removed everything from below the fold, you removed the click here and join for just $9, and you made the headline a lot stronger, and your VSL is only 7 minutes. So find out at what point of the VSL do you actually mention your program, and then have the button pop below the video saying like you can gain, usually $97, you can gain access for $9 now. And then when the button pops, have all of the rest of the information, the rest of the page load underneath that. The biggest thing to really split test on all of these is gonna be your price is sharp, so I'd say, you've probably done a bunch of, testing around your price point. That's obviously the smallest hinge that's gonna swing the biggest door. Next is really gonna be the headline, and then you don't have a sub headline as well. I would recommend retuning up the headline, making a sub headline, putting the button below the video, making the VSL full screen. You said at the start of your VSL that they may know you from your Instagram page. So I'm assuming that's where you get most of your traffic. 100% of your traffic is pretty much gonna be on mobile then. So this whole two column format is not gonna even work. So you just wanna optimize it a lot for mobile, which it looks a bit better on mobile, but it's still way too messy and no one's gonna be consuming all of that. Look at your time on page to justify the stuff that I am saying. I have lots of experience in running low ticket entry offers at violent scale. So the stuff that I'm telling you is based off millions and millions of dollars worth of split testing. So yeah, they're the changes that I would make. Tighten up the headline, change the subhead, delay the button pop, put it below the VSL, make it show only the whole thing once somebody has, gotten to the part of your VSL to make them actually know what your offer is, right? Because overall they're gonna come to it and they're gonna be like, oh, awesome, like what's this weird new hack that this, broke student turned engineer has used to grow over 1 million followers and generate X amount of money in however long the time frame is. There's so much intrigue around that people are going to watch the VSL to find out how to get to that solution, right? And they don't even know that you're gonna be selling anything from there because you're not mentioning the $9 straight out the gate. So then you're gonna get, your consumption is gonna go through the roof, and the more people that consume your sales message, if it's good, the more people that are gonna buy. So that one tweak alone will get you a good uplift. And then, that's the first thing that I would test. And then beyond that, I would just strip down the page to its bare essentials, black text on white background. You can use the proof, but use it in areas where you're stacking the whole thing throughout the page, like in one section or in multiple sections out the page. Don't put it partnered right next to the copy, because then it's just like you're area of focus is just diverted to where is it that my eye should look. And those images alone aren't gonna get people to buy. It's also educating them around what it is that you've got to offer. Go ahead, make those changes and let us know how you go. Hey guys, if you're enjoying these videos, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell button as we're dropping a video like this every other day on YouTube. And if you've got any questions, just leave a comment below with hashtag HeySabri and I will do my best to get to it.